Magazine is reporting live in Dallas at a hot new spot called Pink Lucy, who is owned and operated by Tiffany Tisha Meese. Tiffany is a designer that started out in Grambling, but she's been doing fashion at a very young age. She started out in Shreveport doing all type of runway shows, fashion shows. She had her own models and everything, and Tiffany is a well-known name in Shreveport, Louisiana. So Tiffany decided to branch out. She had her grand opening live in Dallas, right at the Pink Lucy boutique that you see here before us. Now, the Pink Lucy is actually open from 11 to 7 through the week or whatnot. So what we're going to do is take a hot look at Tiffany Teacher Meets and see what she has in store for us in Trendsetter Magazine, and we're honored to have this video. Come on, follow us now. Well, hello, Miss Tiffany.
Hi, how are you?
It is a pleasure to see you today.
Thank you.
Trendsetter
Welcome to Pink
Magazine,
Lucy.
thank you so much. Trendsetter Magazine, thought we were just dropping in on you today to see what you were up to.
All
You
right.
know, we did miss the grand opening, but we want to go ahead and wait until we can schedule a nice interview with you so that we can get close up and personal.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes,
Welcome
ma'am.
to Pink Lucy, your one-stop glam shop. We are your official glam store. And as you can see, we are loaded with fabulous clothing and accessories. Everything from one-of-a-kind pieces, as well as curated vintage pieces. My vintage pieces are hand-selected, so we make sure that we provide you vintage clothing that, kind of has that vintage look, but it's also modern at the same time.
Great, great. Now, Tiffany, what I want to know is what finally made you decide to venture off from Shreveport and finally make that move to come to Dallas?
Well, after receiving publicity with working with some celebrities like Shani O'Neal, as well as working with Basketball Wives, LA, Miami, Maxim Magazine, and fashion stylist Mr. Bradshaw, I decided that in order to capitalize off of the media press that I was receiving, that I needed to move to a larger market so I can make sure that my clothing was accessible to a larger demographic that actually appreciated the art of fashion and was able to see the creativity that goes into every piece that is designed and selected to go into Pink Lucy. I'm not your normal retailer where I just purchase clothing, from market. I'm the retailer that is very hands-on, that not only picks certain pieces, but I design them as well. Sometimes I redesign them, and I curate vintage clothing. Just like someone that owns a museum decides on certain pieces that they're going to use and exhibit, I decide on certain pieces that I'm going to exhibit in Pink Lucy. So we treat it as the art of fashion.
Yes, ma'am. Now, I do have a question for you, Tiffany. Where does the name Pink Lucy? Because a lot of people look at that name and they're wondering, okay, Pink Lucy is real catchy, but they may not be aware of the history of that name. Where did the name come from?
Okay, well, I've noticed that I do, as an artist, I do a lot of my thinking when I have downtime, when my mind can actually be at rest. So I was in the restroom actually applying my makeup, and two words popped up in my name. First one being Pink, the second one being Lucy, which is really a name. And I kind of pondered on it for a second, and then my brain snapped and was like, Pink Lucy. I was like, oh my God, that's what I'll name my next collection. But needless to say, I called my mother because she calls everyone Lucy and asked her why do you call everyone Lucy? And she told me that to her it was a term of endearment.